7:14 at KPEL. We've reached that time of the Friday morning. It is Firearms Friday. Glenn Fleming in the studio from Acadiana Gun Works. And Scott will tell you all about how you can find him, call him, email him. What else?
Carrier pigeon,
Carrier pigeon, Instagram. I don't know, something.
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter?
Yeah.
Tweet. You can tweet. All right, well, we always start these segments with safety. And, you know, one thing we constantly hear at really any reputable gun school is that no one ever won a fight or a shooting competition for getting the gun back to the holster faster than anyone else. What the instructors mean is that you should be able to be slow and deliberate in reholstering your handgun. If you feel any resistance at all, you should take out the gun, see what's obstructing the holster, and move on.
Yeah, because you can run into something, a new term. I just learned it. Hence the newness of it.
Yes.
It's called Glock Leg.
Really?
Glock Leg. And what that is when you reholster your Glock and something pulls on the trigger and you shoot yourself in the leg.
Oops.
Whoops.
Obviously, that's not a good thing. So there's a couple scenarios, you know, you're out in the range, and not just Glocks. You can do this. Well, you don't want to do it, but it can happen with any guns. You're out of the range and you reholster and you're thinking, oh yeah, that's cool. I just hit the bullseye, and you're like trying to stab it back in your holster for some reason. And something catches, especially with a sub-quality holster.
Yeah.
Something catches the trigger, goes off, shoot yourself in the leg, shoot your foot off. That's never a good thing. So what you want to do is, first off, have a good quality holster.
Yeah.
If you do leather, make sure it's thick, it's not floppy, it's a good holster, you know. Second off, if you're reholstering, there's absolutely no reason in the world to holster your gun rapidly.
Yeah, that's just ridiculously
Take
stupid.
your time, look down, move, okay, there's the holster, then
And
put it
just
down
put it
in there
back in
slow,
there.
finger off the trigger, and put it back in there, secure it safely.
What are your thoughts? I've seen more recently, especially for women, concealed carry, the purses that you could store the gun in. To me, it just seems like that may not be as safe just because it's not attached to anything. You can drop a purse, you can whatever. What do you think?
You know, if you're a woman, you wear tight clothes, I can understand how if you want to carry a gun, you have to put it in your purse because there's no other place to put it. The rest of anywhere else, you can see it, and it's what it's called. Oh man, I forgot the term. But you can see the gun if it's concealed under a tight shirt. So you put it in your purse. But on the flip side of that, if you're a purse snatcher, you just run up, grab the purse, and go. So if that happens, you got yourself a gun now too.
Wow.
So you kind of gotta. If you're going to carry...
Weigh the options, I guess.
If you're going to carry, maybe that day is not a good day to, have tight clothes on. Wear some baggy clothes, loose fitting. I don't know. I suppose that can look nice. I don't know. But have some loose fitting clothes that you can carry concealed and nobody can know,
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. You really got to think it through. My thing with the handbag thing is women are always digging in their purses.
Yeah.
So if you constantly do that and you're going to carry in your purse.
You know what? Actually, there was an instance of, this was a store. I just remembered this. This is a shopping store. A lady was carrying a gun in her purse, had the purse in a shopping cart, and her 3-year-old kid was rummaging through her purse.
Yep.
And somebody got shot. I don't remember if it was a kid or the mother, but somebody got shot. And of course that's a horrible thing. Just a couple seconds of inaction, or your situational awareness going away, and look what happens. Look at the consequences.
That's why you really have to think it through. When you're going to carry your gun, ladies, you have to think through what you're going to do. It's a huge
responsibility, man. That's guys too. I mean, if you're carrying concealed on your hip and you pick up your kid, your kid's going to kick the gun, and you carry a 1911 with a cock. I mean, you got to think of a whole host of stuff. The ideal way to look at it is look at the things that can go wrong and mitigate the things that can go wrong. If you do that, you're going to have a lot happier life.
Absolutely.
So, Glenn, we need to thank you for your part in helping the economy. Some new numbers just came out showing that nationwide, for these numbers, by the way, from the National Shooting Sports Foundation, the gun industry added 24,763 jobs last year, making the nationwide total 287,986 total jobs.
Yeah, this is awesome. And I got to say it, although I hate to do this, I got to say thanks to Obama. Because every time that guy opens his mouth and says something about guns, our guns fly off our shelves. And when that happens, we can hire more employees. So I got 2 employees that were on that 24,700 thing. And so thanks, Obama. You inadvertently helped the gun industry.
Wow.
Good job, buddy.
Hey, couple more employees, that's not bad.
And it's jobs in our area.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'd hire more people if he'd just open his mouth more, you know.
All right, so there's a new New Orleans proposed city ordinance. I've been waiting all week just to ask your thoughts about it. Requiring residents to report lost or stolen guns within 48 hours. Just like we've said, are the lawbreakers actually going to follow regulations like this? Yeah. So then what? Do you think the NOPD is really going to devote time and resources to recovering this lost gun when they can't get control of the things like murders that they have going on in the city right now?
This is nothing more than a little feel-good thing, you know? I mean, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you get robbed. You're going to tell the police, by the way, I was robbed, and they also stole a gun.
Right.
Okay? And at that point, whether you're law-abiding or criminal, the police aren't going to jump up and say, "Oh, what? We got a gun. Yeah. Call the stolen gun unit," because there ain't one.
Exactly.
It's the feel-good thing that politicians like to pass and say it's for the children, which it's not. It's just to get them reelected.
Yeah.
All right. Our number is 232-1542. 232-1542. If you have a question for Glenn, right here on Firearms Friday, we have some more topics to talk about in your questions. Coming up after this quick break, call the show, 232-1542. Welcome back to Acadiana's Morning News. It's Firearms Friday. Rob Kirkpatrick with Bernadette Lee, and joining us in studio, as he does every Friday, Glenn Fleming from Acadiana Gunworks. All right, so let's move on. A high school in Smithfield, North Carolina, now offering another lane of study for some students. Members of the JROTC program are able to study their aim on campus. A 1,200-square-foot building, 6-lane indoor shooting range. They began using the facility last week. $10,000 in cost for the range was donated by the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission and National Shooting Sports Foundation.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. There's two things that are really neat about this. One, that it only costs $10,000 to put a range in. Anybody who's looked at doing a range is like, wow, that's cheap as hell.
Exactly, yeah.
But the other thing is, a great many anti-gun people were like, school shootings, this is bad, horrible. Yeah. Nothing bad has happened. They're being totally responsible. It's a well-run range. I say this is great, man. Yeah. I wish they did this in every school back like in the 50s, when they had skeet teams, pellet rifles, 22s, stuff like this, when they actually taught kids gun safety and how to use a gun as opposed to just be afraid. I
know, and it tells me that the Wildlife Commission, is that who I saw was on it? Yeah, North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission. That shows me that they obviously can see what the benefit is going forward, that people know how to aim. Guess what? When you're teaching someone how to aim, you're, I think, subconsciously teaching safety and all that, because you're teaching tact. So.
Well, you can't teach anything with guns without teaching safety. I mean, if you teach kids how to shoot and you're not emphasizing the safety portion, stop what you're doing and go relearn it because you're doing it wrong.
So there's a new measure to help protect Second Amendment rights of all of us here in the U.S. Senator Rand Paul really introducing the Protect Gun Rights and Due Process Act. The bill aims to put an end to the Obama administration's unconstitutional executive orders, denying Second Amendment rights to any citizen with an elected representative for Social Security or veterans benefit if deemed unfit.
Yeah, this is great. Because I love Rand Paul. He's an awesome guy. I actually met him at Knob Creek a couple of years ago. Really smart dude, really stand-up guy for the Second Amendment. The deal is, the VA, if you go see the VA and you have PTSD or something like that, and you say to them, my wife handles the finances, they can actually strip you of your Second Amendment rights, because what they will do is declare you financially incompetent. If you get declared financially incompetent, that goes right to the ATF, the FBI, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And that effectively strips you of the ability to own a gun. I know that because it happened to me.
Wow.
It was a joy for a couple months.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. They did this to me while I was on TV making machine guns. So that was pretty fun. So I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to jail for this,
Yeah.
But finally I got unscrewed and, I'm good to go now. But there's a lot of vets who don't have the, I guess, ability or the know-how or whatever, through no fault of their own, to how to see this through to get their rights restored. And Rand Paul is definitely doing the right thing by helping them out.
All right, well, we got to make Jamie happy. Where are you located in Scott?
Yeah, we're located at 119 Abigail Row in Scott. It's not too far from the Harley shop. Our phone number is 337-706-8638. I'm on Twitter as Flem Gunner. I'm on Instagram as Flem Gunner. I'm on YouTube. I'm on everything. You name it.
Anywhere you want to be Glenn Fleming, it's Firearms Friday.
You can't escape me.
Thanks for waking up early. And thanks for bringing the beignets.
Oh, no doubt. They're good, man. Coffee Depot is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Great place in Scott. I said yesterday I can make anyone sound good under the influence of a McGriddle. But now I can say a McGriddle or a beignet. So we appreciate you waking up early with us. Bernie has news, weather, and traffic just 1 minute away.